Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Dusk's Tale. We're here with Dusk back in her orchard home, and in the last I spoke about armor choices and the choices we would make going forwards. Now, I've thought long and hard about the various different suits that we can create, but I think this time with Dusk we're actually going to go in a different direction. We're not going to go for a suit. My reason being is that suits have a blanket encumbrance across everything, and that can be good and bad. We are, for the most part, a ranged character. Yes, Dusk can handle herself really well close up, but I've always wanted to kind of try and build Dusk to be more of a archer, and that does mean that we need to have our arms relatively encumbered. Right now, they're not actually that encumbered. They only have an encumbrance of 4 on them, and we're going to try and keep it that way as much as possible, but we do need to protect them. What we can do is increase the armor on our legs, and right now our torso is really good. I was looking at the cuirass here and a few other bits and pieces. There's a dragon skin vest, which I'm sure is really good, requires dragon scales. Well, there you go. Actually, no, sorry. It uses ceramic discs. That's not that bad. Right, but that aside, we already have a really good torso armor in the form of the ballistics vest that we've got, which is just kind of still ridiculous, really, the amount that it seems to be able to take. Yeah, I'm surprised with that. I really am. We can activate it. We can't do anything interesting. Well, yeah, no, okay, I guess that's the thing. But our torso's really well covered already. We could probably do a little bit more for our legs, which I would be happy with doing. It would mean that we have to take off a whole heap of the stuff that we have on our legs, like the holster, the sheath, etc., just so we can get them a little bit down from where they are at the moment. And as you could see, the first thing that we could make there under legs is the iron greaves, which are pretty good. For 6 encumbrance, we're looking at a bash and cut protection of 12. That's better than we'd be able to get with chainmail leggings. Steel leg guards, it's a little bit better, but as you can see, the encumbrance is higher. Now, that is a poor fit. We can make them fit better than that, but really these pair of iron greaves right now aren't that bad. They're going to take 45 minutes for us to kind of bang those into shape, but we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll use the string that is on our person currently, and as we're working, we should see some of our, our body getting a little bit healed. So we have our greaves, we're going to go ahead and put them on. Okay, and that is our legs kind of taken care of. We are going to have to try and take a few things off there. 27 encumbrance is maybe a little bit too much for my liking. We can see that our torso encumbrance is actually pretty high as well. That's because of all the crap that we're carrying at this stage. So the clean water canteen, that doesn't actually have to be on us, so we could go ahead and just unequip that for now. The sheath with the butcher's knife, kind of the same deal. We'll be able to access it if we try and butcher, so it's really just a kind of ease of access thing. The drop leg pouches I do want to keep, and the knee pads as well, so I'm going to see if we can kind of do a little bit of a trade-off here. It does look like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get much better than that while having them on here. You know what, the knee pads, I think you can go. The coverage on them isn't all that great. Obviously it is just covering the knees, so the chance that they're actually going to block something for us isn't all that high. So at that stage, it's just the drop leg pouches, which do give us an encumbrance of 2, and plus another 2 from it being on the same layer as the iron greaves. I'm actually okay with this overall. We can have a look at our army pants. We can see that the encumbrance from them is 9, but we do get a little bit of bash and cut protection, and they're not all that bad. We could look at swapping them out for something else that's going to be a little bit more protective. I mean, obviously the coverage from them is pretty good, but encumbrance of 9, maybe there's something better out there. We can certainly have a look. And so let's jump into our leg armor once again and just see if there's anything that we can actually find in here, like survivor cargo pants, for example. The encumbrance does rise. Yeah, I really don't want to slow us down all that much. Decisions, huh? Leather pants wouldn't be too bad. We can see the encumbrance from them is even higher. You know what? I think we're probably good sticking with what we've got there. I wouldn't mind having a look to see what kind of fingerless gloves we can get. We've already got a fair few. Fingerless Survivor would be nice. An encumbrance of 8 is something that we might be able to work with. And it would give us that little bit of extra protection. We need light Survivor gloves to be able to create the fingerless Survivor gloves. So yeah, I'm down with that. What do we need to make the light Survivor gloves? It is just thread once again. Or some rags. Oh no, we will need some rags here. Okay, well this is where it'd be good if we did have some more material. Yeah, we've got lots of this, but we don't have as much in the way of rags. And our equipment here isn't all that great. There are probably a few things here that we could take apart. We actually have 2 thermal electric outfits here, so we could maybe just sacrifice one of them. We've got all these sheets. Okay, alright, we'll do that instead. We're just going to wear the sheet for now, so that we can go ahead and just drop it on the ground. An easy carrying technique, and we'll go ahead and just cut that sheet up. So we've got 20 rags from that. We'll bring that onto our pile of things, and now all we need is just a little bit of thread. We already have some thread, and if we go ahead and disassemble the long rope in our inventory here, we'll be able to get some short ropes, and then we just need to take those back, if that's possible, and we'll go ahead and disassemble them into our long strings, and then from long strings into short strings. This is how we do it. So we'll go ahead, disassemble you, go and pick them up off the bench here. So we still have a lot of long strings. Disassemble. So that'll be our first bit of thread. Okay, we should have enough to do what we want at this stage. 200 thread. We'll go ahead and just drop our bow for the time being. And let's have a look and see. Well, obviously we can make a lot more than we could before with all that thread. Yeah, an entry suit is pretty good. It protects against extreme heat. Now, that's the thing, is it says it protects against heat. But, yeah. See, this is a whole body deal, which would be pretty good, but we've kind of discovered that nothing in Cataclysm protects you from actual heat. So that won't help us out here. We can have a look at some headgear. That's something that we will get to. The Survivor Mask is fantastic, but it's situational. We're not always going to want to have that on. Okay, so let's start off with these here. We want to make ourselves some light Survivor gloves. It's going to take us an hour to do, so this is going to be a bit of a project for us. We're going to use the duct tape that's on our person. We'll use the soldering iron nearby, and we'll work away on that, just getting in a minimal amount of pain. And I believe it's because we are carrying too much. Yes, we are. Well, we don't have to be carrying as much as we are. Let's go ahead and just stop dropping some of these magazines, and that's actually going to put us under. Nice. So going back to our armor, and to our hands, we can make ourselves some fingerless Survivor gloves. They're poor fitting to begin with, so we're going to want to make sure that we actually try and make them fit. Or rather, it was just showing us what the poor fitting encumbrance is. This is an encumbrance of 4, which is really good. Now we can make that better. For one, we can reinforce it, which is something that we're going to be doing. But we can also look at getting a tailor's kit eventually, and then applying extra things on top of it, Kevlar, leather, things like that. I want to make sure that we're not doubled up on the glove front at this stage. We've got some flame-resistant gloves on at the moment, which we don't need to have. So we'll go ahead and just drop them over here for now. So let's see, flame-resistant gloves. We're going to go and drop you into here. We are wearing the flame-resistant suit under everything else, and I'm actually okay with that. The hood we're going to keep as well. And so, yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? We are getting there. Let's go back into our armor, and we could have a look at making some decent boots for us. maybe some light survivor boots. Let's just have a look and see how our own combat boots stack up at this stage. They are reinforced, remind ourselves of that. That's 6/9 for 15 encumbrance, okay. And what about you? So 6 and 9 for 15 encumbrance. And the survivor boots, that's heavy, obviously that's a lot more. We could do survivor fire boots, they're still going to be quite encumbering. 24, 10 and 15. And we do have some light boots. Another option for us is to go for just leather armor boots, which are 10, 10 for 18, and that's poor fitting. I think the leather armor boots might actually be better in this instance. We're getting a bit more cut protection, but honestly, more often than not, we're going to be dealing with the zombies and they're going to be doing bashing damage to us quite often. Yes, there are ones that do pierce and do that cutting damage, but I think for now, making ourselves some nice leather armor boots will be one of the best things that we can do. So let's go ahead and spend some time working on that. It's a big day of crafting for Dusk, and we will go ahead and drop our combat boots off over here, and then we have these nice leather armor boots that we can go ahead and chuck on. Let's see, it's going to be under armor, leather armor boots. Okay, alright, so that's our feet, our legs, our hands sorted. We can have a look at our arms, because right now we don't actually have all that much on there. I kind of want to keep it that way if possible. I believe we just have the elbow pads, yeah, and the long sleeve shirt on at this stage. Okay, so let's see what we're going to be able to do there. On our arms, we might be after the leather van braces, but we want to make sure that we're checking the coverage. The arm guards cover 90% of our arms for 10 encumbrance, which is pretty good. I don't think we're going to get much better than that, so looking across the board here, the elbow pads, they don't encumber us much at all. The hard arm guards, they cover 80. Yeah, we need some neoprene sheets to be able to create that. But I gotta think that the van braces are kind of the best of both worlds. A little bit of encumbrance. Actually, we're only losing 2 here. I would be more in line with making ourselves some leather arm guards. Some proper, decent protection. Now, I'm pretty sure they're going to be strapped, so that does mean that we're going to need to take off our elbow pads. But that's also okay, because we have to remember that they're not actually covering all that much of us. So let's see. Arms, yeah, they are going to be conflicting with each other, and that's okay. So, we're looking good. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. It's time to look at our head. I don't think there's going to be much better than the army helmet that we can create right now. We're looking at 18 and 27. That's really good. You can sometimes stack a number of head things together, but when you have a helmet, that's kind of all that you can wear. The heavy survivor mask, it's really decent, but as you can see, it's a hard amount of encumbrance that we're getting from that. Now I'm wondering, do we have a survivor gas mask? We have an extra large gas mask. No. Okay, so the survivor mask is our gas mask effectively, if we were to create that. And I think we do need to have that face protection, the eyes and all the rest, and well, a great helm. That'd be nice. Eventually. The hoods, we can wear some of them. That's the kind of tough thing, is like some of them we can go over the helmet, others can't. So we might be able to create ourselves a hood here, but what we are going to do is make one of these masks. We're not going to go light because we're not going to wear it that often, so we might as well go just like full on out and go for the heavy survivor mask. It's going to take a fair bit of our equipment to be able to put this together, but well, going into the area that we're going to be going into, I think it's going to be something that we're going to need. We're going to use one of the PBA masks on our person, and we'll use the soldering iron nearby to make that heavy survivor mask, which we're just going to keep in our inventory for now. So that's our head done. Our torso's looking pretty good, But another option for us is having a look at, well, the hiking backpack's pretty good, but there might be a better storage solution for us in here. Let's see what we have. I wouldn't mind making a rifle bandolier. That is going to be on the waist, so we could kind of keep a. Is that going to be strapped? So you know what? I think we can actually get that there, and that can store ammunition for us. It's going to take us an hour and 20 minutes to create that. A pet pack? That is freaking adorable. That is really adorable. And a grenade pouch is also nice. Just seeing what we have access to at the moment. A large quiver. The large quiver is actually worn on our back. Oh no, it's yeah, it is. Yeah, it's worn on our torso, which we don't want. The quiver that we have at the moment is good because that's kind of on our waist. We can work with that. We can just store some extra arrows in our bag because we do seem to run out from time to time. That, or we could just store them in our vehicle. That's another option for us. Ideally, we want something that isn't going to be as encumbering. So we can see the encumbrance when full on this travel pack is 25. The hiking backpack that we've got is pretty good overall. It does have a decent amount of storage, but the more we fill it up, obviously, the worse it is. I actually think I'm pretty happy with everything that we got. The last thing that I'm going to do is just have a look at some of the hoods that we have access to here, because we're able to wear this flame-resistant hood underneath everything else, so there's a chance that we might be able to wear one of these survivor hoods. So, I tell you what, I'm going to have a look at that, and I will rejoin you once I've discovered whether or not that is going to be possible. And so that didn't take that long at all. We're going to go for the Survivor Fire Hood. It is better than the flame-resistant hood, and yeah, we should still be able to wear that underneath everything else. The only thing that I'm slightly concerned with is the potential warmth that we get from it. During the height of summer, that is going to be too warm for us, but I think for now we should be able to get away with that. And there we go. We have a hood that we can wear underneath everything else, and so I think we might have used the one that was on us. Oh, we've got a rain hood on at the moment, so we're probably going to have to take that off. And you know what? That's okay. Rain hood, you've served us well for now, but we're going to get some pretty good environmental protection from the Survivor Fire Hood. Yes, there we go. And I believe we are actually kind of wearing that over the top of everything else. Yeah. I did also notice that we weren't wearing our pair of fingerless survivor gloves, so we'll go ahead and put those on at this stage. And now I just need to have a look at everything else. Oh, right. No, they were fingerless gloves that we had on there. So let's make sure that we actually take those off. So fingerless gloves, you can go. We're going to keep our fingerless survivor gloves. And so here is where our equipment stands for the time being. We are still quite encumbered on our torso. That's just because we're carrying too much stuff. I'm going to try and limit the amount that we actually have in there to what we really need on missions and try and leave more stuff in the car so that we can come back and get it if we need to. Well, at this stage, all that we're going to have to do is go through and just reinforce everything that's here. And so with that, I'll return to you all in a moment. Oh, well, that was a fair bit of preparation, but we are as prepared as we are going to be. This is how we're looking at the moment with Dusk. I did actually choose to get a rifle bandolier on our waist, which is just holding a few rounds for our rifle. And yeah, that's everything that we're wearing. Currently, everything that we have on us, we do have some grenades. We obviously have our trusty bow in here. And we have our water stack with us, our survival mask tucked away. And in our vehicle, importantly, we have a number of supplies to keep us company on the road. If we have a look in here, you'll be able to see that we do have a Barrett in here, a 50 caliber rifle. We have a whole heap of ammunition here in this ammo belt that we'll be able to reload that with. We also have some welding tanks, and we do have our welder here as well. We have the environmental suit, we have a radio, we have the kind of tools that we need to throw at bad boy turrets, and we have a whole heap of MREs to keep us company. Our firefighter gear down the bottom here, and we have some clean water that we've got stashed away so that we can refill it up as we go. But we are ready, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to hit the road. As much as I would like to help out the people in the Migo encampment, there is no way for us to do it at this stage, even if we do somehow miraculously find a way to hammer our way into the cells. There is a strong chance that they might not want to leave because of gas in the surrounding area. It's going to take a lot of tools, a lot of time, and a lot of patience to do that. We can't do that with our current resources, but perhaps the hub might be able to help us. But to get them on our side, we are going to need to complete their mission for them. And that, well, that is going to take us very far from here, all the way to Stewartstown. So the first thing we're going to do is drive our vehicle on down towards New London, in the hopes that we might be able to create a vessel to take us across the water here and perhaps towards Stewartstown. This a long journey away, because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to drive it, which is a little concerning in my mind. And we have this all the way down here as well. Fungal flowers which seem to be growing out of the woods south of West Windsor. So we're going to hop into our vehicle, we're going to drive on down here, and we're just going to scope the area out, get a feel for what's going on. And so it's time for that journey to begin. We'll do one last sort here. We do have some equipment that could probably get put away. Easy enough. We'll leave the rest here. Candy, I hope you stay well. Actually, you know what? Let's be safe. We're going to have this closed on up. I'm beginning to think that we should probably take some batteries with us as well. Last minute preparations. You know what it's like when you go away on holiday. There's always going to be a lot of this last minute moving about of things. So we've got a whole heap of batteries here. We're going to mostly take these light disposable batteries. We should take some medium batteries just in case it's something that we run into. And we'll take one high capacity disposable battery. Heavy, that is. Heavy and high capacity. Yes, the things I think that we're going to need. So let's just clamber inside our vehicle. It is pretty broken at the back here, which is unfortunate, but hey, what are we going to do? Let's get this thing started. And the engine, well, it doesn't roar into life, but it does something. Part of our vehicle is still missing, but you know what? That's going to be okay. That's going to be fine. We are going to start our journey on down towards New London, and well, I'll pick up with you all once we enter some new territory, because well, we've done this drive a few times and we've been safe for the most part, so let's hope that continues. Oh, okay. We're going to go ahead and stop our vehicle here because we have spotted a military pilot and a downed helicopter. Let's jump on out, see where we are. We're actually not that far from New London at this stage, so let's go ahead and wield our bow, rather, and start to approach. We're not actually wearing any kind of glasses at this stage because I do want our vision to be relatively unimpaired. Might not be the best choice we've ever made, and we don't actually have our other ballistic glasses with us. It is a mishap on my behalf. I think we actually ended up using the ballistics glasses to create the heavy survivor mask, so we can always chuck it on if we feel like we're going to need it, if we're up against something that can actually hit us at range. But for now, we're going to get ready to take a shot. Let's just try and range ourselves here. So looks like we're going to be able to get them once they get towards that last little piece of wreckage. And with that, let's start to get some good hits on these pilots. It doesn't seem to take too much to take them out. I will actually check on our archery here and just see how we're doing. We're at 21%. We're at 5 archery. We'll grab both of those back and we'll just see if there's anything interesting on you here. You've got some more MREs for us and some military ID cards. Very happy to see that. You do have an M17 holsters, so we're going to take the ammunition from that, and we might as well take some of the batteries as well because, well, yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. We're not going to say no for it. So we're going to go unload. We're going to unload your radios. We're going to make sure that we actually drop those back down on the ground because we will be picking them up at the same time, which is kind of a little frustrating. We don't need to have those on us right now, and we want to make sure that we unload the holsters that you've got, or rather we might have to activate the ones on the ground. Yeah, so we'll just do that to pick up this weapon, and we'll go and activate the other holster here, storing that in our inventory. And the weapons themselves, the M17s, they're actually in okay condition, so worth us considering that. And we're going to unload that one, and then both of them we're just going to drop onto the ground. We really just want the ammunition, and that's it. We'll go and smash the butt of this weapon against them, and we'll go and holster that one there, because I think we might have accidentally... No, we didn't draw one. Okay, we just dropped off one of those. Okay, so at that stage, let's unload this one here, and we're going to go ahead and reload you instead. Just like that. Get that bow back. And is there anything else that we want from you? We are getting a little warm in the heat, and I think that's going to be okay. We'll just see what else is around here. It looks like there might be some things inside here. We can clamber in. What do we have? Ooh, okay, RX-12 jet injector. Okay. Advanced fast healing chemicals through the skin without using a needle. A label on the side warns against using more than 2 doses in an hour. We've used that before with Elliot, in fact, to save his life. And I believe the medical ampule here can be reloaded into that. It does say it's activated by a RivTech jet injector, so that might be what we're after. We're going to take the first aid kit as well, because why the heck not? And let's see. Oh, it's just some human flesh and a stomach back here, and a human bone. I am assuming that they ate whoever else was in here. Yeah, but this, it's not in the best condition. I don't think there's anything here that we're going to be able to salvage from it. The jet turbine engine's nice. You know, if we were to apply that to our current vehicle, it would be interesting, to say the least. We're just going to go ahead and drop what we got in the back of here, and drop those filthy holsters. We definitely don't need those. We probably don't actually need to have the welding mask on us right now because we don't have our welder, so we're unlikely to use it. Let's see, what else are we going to get rid of? Batteries, and we'll get rid of the first aid kit for now. We're going to hold on to the, I guess it's some tools. Oh, it is a jet injector. Yeah, and I believe that must be a RivTech jet injector, so I guess we could keep the ampule around because it's not going to be very, very heavy, so yeah, I'm okay with that. You might also notice that I am holding on to some tramadol, which is going to be a good kind of mid-range healer for us. So, yeah, good things. Let's go ahead and jump back in, and we're going to continue on down towards New London. We are in new territory here, so we are going to stick with Dusk as we approach the water, the river, the sea. We don't know what it is. We don't know this area all that well, but we'll carry on all the same, won't we? We can see that there is a zombie who's paid a little bit of attention to us, and yeah, let's go see if we can't get ourselves parked up here, avoiding them for now. And yeah, that's an interesting looking structure with a large 15 atop it. Or is that it's a park, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's a jungle gym of sorts. So let's stop our vehicle here for now. We'll just straighten up, and we'll take care of the 2 that we just saw. Stop driving. Okay. Let's go say hello. Okay, looks like it's going to be 3. And we're doing good damage with each one of these arrows now. Really quite good damage. Anything that we want from you? Not necessarily. Where's this other zombie? Let's go. Nice 1, 2, 3. And we'll just grab our arrows back, thank you. And unfortunately, there's no boats here. We can see a bit of activity out there. What are we looking at? Ah, of course, geese and ducks. And we do have a fish out there, a brook trout. Yeah, so we've dealt with boats once before, and that was with Leif. And well, we know how that went, didn't we? It went good for a little while, but didn't last. Ah, nice. Looks like we've got another little outdoor food vendor cart here. I imagine very much out of batteries at this stage. And we've got a few bikes around here. That's a street legal dirt bike. I see. And we've got an ambulance here that's kind of wrecked. Chance we can still find some things. Antibiotics and hemostatic powder. So we can actually use that to stop ourselves from bleeding. Immediately stops bleeding. You know what? I think keeping a bit of that is going to be worth it for us, really. We can keep the antibiotics on us for the time being, and let's just see what this house has in store for us. We might just be able to, okay. Alright, well, I guess in that case, let's just see if we can use our lockpick instead. I was hoping we'd try and use that before using the other things. We can actually probably leave this open for now. I'm feeling confident enough to do that. And we have a working MP3 player. It's got batteries in it. We're going to take that because we might need, the occasional mood boost. At the moment, we seem to be kind of, ambivalent. We're actually going to go ahead and activate the MP3 player. Because, yeah. That'll be fun. Alright, we put our earbuds in, and we're effectively going to be, a little bit deaf at this stage, but that's going to help start to improve our mood just while we're moving throughout the home. And I feel relatively safe in here because we're not hearing much in the way of noise. There's an old apple, some fruit that's been left out here, and there's something interesting down in the other. Forest honey, yeah, sure, we'll take that with us. We're not planning to take a whole heap of stuff with us, but, we'll see what we got. When we can, we will try to lockpick because it does improve our mechanics skill. Always good to. We've just got a scale in there, I think. Let's not fill the tub with antiseptic. Okay. Nice. We're damaging our picks a little bit here in the process, but that's okay. What do we got down here? Oh, a filter mask. Huh. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? And a nice signet ring. Very nice. You know what? We're actually going to take that signet ring because that's something that we might be able to sell. Whether or not, they're going to be interested in that back at the hub, I guess we'll find out. So that filter mask, we're going to make sure that we actually drop that back off. So it's going to be under clothing. Oh, we did get the cartridge. Nice. Okay, I don't think we actually picked it up for once, which is kind of what I was wanting. No, it looks like we did somehow. Let's see, where are you? There you are, filter mask. Tricky. Okay. Anything stashed in back here? No. What about in the other room? Nothing in there. Okay. Football armor. And not much else. There is a basement here, so we'll investigate that to see what we got going on. We're a little peckish. Let's go and activate our light. And, there's just a rat down here. And, a cotton hat. How about you, oh, you are going to try and attack me. Well, I don't think that was the best idea. But, we'll take the experience of shooting you. What else we got down here? A Pilsner. Probably don't want to drink that right now. And we've got some lemonade, which we're just going to go ahead and drink, because why not? And nice, we left the bottle behind. Oh, hello, sewer snake. Let's just go ahead and back up. And, yeah, just shoot your stomach out of you. A chunk of mutant meat. Ah, interesting. Mutant meat. It's from a heavily mutated animal. Okay, so the larger animals are going to give us mutated meat. Nice. Huh, I see. So yeah, I guess the enjoyability goes down because it's like spongy, it says. Ugh. But I guess, yeah, we could cook it up and it might be a little bit better. That is a horrible looking toilet. So let's go back up top. Actually, check the boiler room. Got a few tools in here, but nothing that's going to really... Well, we've kind of got everything at this stage. We can climb up on the roof just to have a look and see what's going on. Is that another entrance into the basement? No, it's just another boiler. Huh, interesting. Let's go and climb up onto the roof. You cannot climb up here. Really? Interesting. I beg to differ. It looks like that gutter goes up, but no, okay, that's fine. Whatever. We don't care. We'll go and activate our MP3 player again. Stop listening for the time being. We are in a good mood though. As you can see, we enjoyed the lemonade and the music was really good, so go us. But yes, no boat of any kind. I guess if there was a dock, we might have a chance. There is potentially an opportunity in Chelmsford here. And I'm half tempted to have a look at that now that I think about it, because if this is a great body of water, that evac shelter is going to be right on the edge of it. It does mean driving for a town, and it does mean driving through West Windsor once again, but we've kind of gone through the top here, and I think we'll be able to do that. Let's see, the time of day is 5:25, a little bit later than we want to be driving around, but I guess we'll see how we fare. Unfortunately, New London hasn't worked out for us. That's okay, we forgive you, New London. We're going to make our way. We could go up towards this barn, but I think we're just going to try and take this road up and into West Windsor. So let's start to make our way across the open ground. And I'm trying my best not to just hold down 5, which effectively just like lets a turn pass, because well, they can stack together and you can end up just driving into things, and that's not what we want to have happen. That looks like a police car. Are you worth looking at? Can we actually see what's in here? It's an there is an FBI emergency there. I'm guessing this is an FBI vehicle, but it just says there is an FBI. Cool. Let's pull the handbrake, because this seems to be able to stop on a friggin' dime. This vehicle is really quite decent. And what are you like? Your controls are damaged. Yeah, so this is an FBI emergency. So I'm guessing it's an FBI emergency vehicle. Oh, nice. Okay. We could hold on to that. Sure. USP 9mm. It's been found to stay accurate even after being subjected to extreme abuse. Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind, and we'll probably just keep that in the trunk for the time being. We'll stick with our current weapon before we actually get a chance to sit down and have a look and compare the two of them. Let's continue rolling along towards West Windsor, and yeah, I don't know what to expect down this side of town. I don't think we've entered from down here, so we're probably going to encounter a fair amount of folks along the way. There's no building here that I really want to stop off at. I think our best route's probably going to be going straight through the center of town here and then trying to turn up, and I can't remember if that's what we did before, but well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Okay, West Windsor. It's good to be back home. And you know what, looking at this is going to be a little bit difficult for us to pull off without getting severely injured. So let's try our best as we start to ram our vehicle into some of the dead. We take out one of them. Okay, and there is a zombie necromancer in the area, so well, that's fun, isn't it? Let's go ahead and accelerate up a lot more so that we have enough speed to jostle them out the way. We run over a child and feel pretty bad about it. And you know what? We were meant to turn back up there. Thankfully though, this vehicle is incredibly good at braking. And I don't know if it's got regenerative braking, where it gets power from braking, but still seems to be pretty good. And yeah, so we can see that the store is still full of boomers and bloated zombies, and looks like these wasps are still doing their thing. So I'm gonna try and not kill that one. Ooh, but it nearly jumped in our car. A little dangerous. Oh, let's make sure that we turn off the head torch that we had on. I'm very good at leaving those things on. I almost always forget, and I'm going to try my best not to hit our cart that we left in the middle of the road down here. Shock a zombie. You're not fun. We do not want to be shocked by you while we're driving a vehicle because, well, as you can imagine, being shocked while driving a vehicle really isn't a great thing. Okay, it looks like we're going to be able to go pretty much straight ahead from here. And, oh, are you a dump truck? Or you're just like a pickup that was at the dump? There is a pickup truck there. I do like that it actually tells us now kind of what the vehicle is. And I'm seeing some dead here, which is a bit concerning. It looks like it might be, oh, yes, it's you. We have a slavering biter. No, I thought you might have been a chud, but you're not. Oh, and there is a zombie in the vehicle with us. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, at that time, we do actually not stop on a dime, but we do stop pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and we cannot fire while driving. That makes perfect sense. We're going to go ahead and stop driving. We're just going to drop our bow real quick, and we're going to give you a good whacking. And I think you dropped to the sidewalk there. Yeah. We're going to keep our bow just to the side. Thankfully, we do manage to make it through there. We're seeing a decent population in West Windsor. A really decent population, and they seem to... Oh no! They're all going for the cat. I'm sorry. And there's a squirrel here as well, a chipmunk. Oh, okay. Well, we just took down a sproglodyte. This is our turn. This is where we want to turn up, so... we really need to accelerate here because they're starting to find their way into the vehicle through some of the weaknesses that we have there. Yeah, they're chasing a fox up there. Poor bugger. Alright, we're going to go all the way up until we reach the next intersection. I'm going to believe that's the one that we're after. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're going to go slow down here now so that we can get onto the other side of the vehicle. We need to try and straighten up a little bit. And we need to accelerate now. And, oh boy, here we go. This is where it's going to get interesting. Oh, Dusk. Well done. Bloody hell. Okay, we made it around that RV with a bit of skill and a bit of luck. But she's not bad at piloting, at driving this unruly vehicle. We're back over towards where the zombie technician... Let me try that again. We're back over by where the zombie technician is and where we murdered all of these soldiers. And we did leave some things here. But yeah, we're not going to need a whole heap of those weapons. We could bring them back to sell them. That is an option for us. But I think what we need to try and do right now is just slow down our vehicle for one. And we're going to need to try and clear a bit of a path here. That's going to be difficult for us to do, but I think it might be possible. We'll see whether or not these vehicles can actually move first to begin with, because they might be able to. We don't want to assume. Let's have some delicious cooked oatmeal. That's probably a little saggy and old now, which is unfortunate. Let's see. We're going to check you out first. Can you work? It lacks wheels. Okay. Can you work? You have enough wheels, you have 0 battery, and you don't have any fuel. What about you? Yeah, not gonna happen. We can potentially push these out the way. Is the torque of our little electric vehicle going to be enough to push these military vehicles out the way? Unlikely. What we can do though is start to try and clear up some of the mess that's around here. We might be able to do enough. So we want to grab our entrenching tool, which we're going to use to dig our way through some of this crap. I think we can actually make our way through here. Yeah, we can, but we're just going to need to clear the metal wreckage along the way. And that's going to give us enough space to make it through here. Oh yeah, easy enough. And just like that, we've managed to clear something of a path through here. It's gonna be really tight. Oh no, we're four wide. Okay, no, we can still, no, we can maybe just. We're gonna have to drive onto the tall grass for a little bit here. I think where the issue is gonna be is with this tree. It's an oak tree, and I believe we don't actually have an axe with us. You know what? I think we might be... Can we use the toolbox to do that? We got wood sawing, but I think we're going to need an axe to be able to take down this tree. Remove grass is something that we can do, but yeah, we're going to need to activate an axe to chop down a tree. We can try and activate the toolbox. Chop down a tree. Hell yes. Oh, this toolbox though. Let's make it fall that way. Okay, so we've still got a stump that's here. I think we can still get rid of the stump. So let's just activate our toolbox again. Bloody beautiful thing that it is. Chop a trunk into logs. Can we just do that to... Yeah, we can, to the stump. Oh, hell yes. Great. I'm tempted to get rid of the grass here just to see if that's going to slow us down or impede our vehicle. Remove that there, and we'll just go ahead and remove the long grass that's over here as well. Nice to know that we actually get some straw from doing that. I think we can do this. It's gonna be a little touch and go, but I think we've got enough space to get through now. Let's try to squeeze. Oh boy. So we've still got our entrenching tool. I need to make sure that we put that back. That'll be fine. Okay, now we need to start to, make that. Okay, start to straighten up. Oh yes, there we go. Oh boy. And we are through. Oh wow. Nicely done, Dusk. Yes, that's what we want. Okay. We made it past the blockade. For now. And we are nearly at Limpsford. We don't know what to expect in this town. We really don't have any sight in this area. I wouldn't mind trying to climb on top of one of the roofs. So let's just drive along slowly for now and just see if we can prop ourselves up on one of the properties. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stop the vehicle here. And we're going to go and just drop the entrenching tool back into the rear of the vehicle. Just because believe me, I'm trying to limit the amount of stuff that we're holding on to. We probably don't need the heavy survival mask, but if we come up against someone with a gun, we'll want to flick that thing on because we want to protect our head as much as possible. So, entrenching tool, you go back into there for now. We're going to wield our bow, just so that we have... Oh, you're over here, bow. Wield our bow. Right. Whoops. Let's wear the flame-resistant suit and just grab our bow. Okay, there we are. Let's see. Suit, you're on the inside. Fantastic. As expected. Let's see if we can find our way up and onto this structure. I mean, I guess we could have a quick look inside, see if there's anything interesting. If more often than not, the interesting thing is going to be in the basement, but if there is something that's interesting... Yeah. Because we're not here for household things, exactly, so... There is a basement, okay. Well, let's just go ahead and just peer into there real quick and just see what we got going on. It becomes blocked off, so we ain't going to do that. But what we are going to try to do is use the guttering that we can see just over here. So we'll climb out the window. Okay, so we're going to stop wielding the bow just in case that's what's stopping us from doing this. No, it doesn't seem like we can climb up there. Examine where? Examine here. It's a downspout, but yeah. You can't climb here. There's no terrain that would support your weight. That is rather unfortunate. Because yeah, we've definitely been able to do that. But we cannot do it there. We could try another, or you know, it could just be these houses and oh dear. We're seeing a whole heap of damage to this building, which means that there's probably something relatively large inside there. We can see a feral runner. Let's go ahead and wield our bow. What happened here? The runners are further away. It's like a missile hit this or something. Just the kind of damage it's not like kind of concurrent with a Hulk or a brute or something that can do that kind of damage. They seem to be heading off in that direction there. We've got a great big bus. You know what? I'm going to try see if we can climb here as well. I'm assuming similar place for the down spout. No, we cannot climb here. Okay, well, I guess back to the vehicle for now. See if we can find another kind of structure that we might be able to climb on. We'll just go through here relatively slowly for now because we're at 8 PM. The sun will start setting soon. Let's just keep an eye on what's going on in this town. So far it's quiet. We can see some of the dead up ahead who are aware of us now. We could just try and push straight through. We can actually see a lot more of the town. I think the best thing for us to do is to head up to this intersection, take a left, and then we might be able to connect up with this road here. We want to make it to the evac shelter, and we're going to have to try and push on through the town to do that. Let's take a left here. We've slammed into it, and we've done some damage to the car at the same time. That's okay. Looks like this is the town square. Okay, no dead in the vehicle with us yet, but wow, there is a whole heap just to the side here. Okay, we're going to need to accelerate a whole heap to be able to get through this horde. And we manage killing quite a few in the process, and oh, wow. Yeah, we're really starting to see some decent numbers, and we've actually seen a diluted devourer over there, and that is disastrous, potentially. Okay, we just impacted a vehicle. It was a bike, and it looks like we have we've got glass shards everywhere, and I think that could just be from our windscreen. I hope that's the case. The bicycle wheels is destroyed, the windshield is destroyed. Okay, so I think that's primarily what we had happening there. We're going really fast now, so each step, oh, and there we go. Our first big boy, a zombie Hulk. A human body now swollen to the size of 6 men with arms as wide as a trash can. Something that Dusk does not want to be taking on in this moment at all. So we're going to try and see if we can push through. And we're going to have to try and take a left here. This is where it's going to get really quite difficult. Okay, we can see the route through, but that Hulk is right where we want to go. Be fast, be swift. Oh, we've impacted another car. Okay, we're going to have to start slowing down now. Oh no, there's a shocker. So at this stage we could either try to slow ourselves down to reduce the kind of damage that the shock is going to be able to do to us. Our poor car is taking a beating. Come on. We're going to stay our speed for now. Oh no. There is a way through, but it's going to be a bloody tight turn. Okay. We need to start turning. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, we made it through, running over 2 in the process. All of our vehicle is still here at this stage. This has been something. We lost more of our vehicle there, though. We need to be careful that we don't lose everything. And you know what? We're not seeing water yet, we're seeing field. As we continue driving further on, our vehicle comes to a stop. Oh no, I think the engine was completely damaged in that process. We can see that the frame of the vehicle has been torn away as the dead slowly start to surround us. The electric car is too heavy for its engines. Let's check the vehicle. We're gonna have to try and repair this thing. It is tapped out. I don't think it has an engine anymore. It's either that, it's got enough wheels. Yeah, it doesn't have an engine. The engine was torn out back there. Let's just have a look and see. We're gonna go for the kind of play-by-play there. Yeah. Oh yeah, the electric car's large electric motor is torn off. I don't think we ran over the motor, but it does say that we destroyed several items, so there's a chance that we did. Looking behind us, we can see some aluminium ingots, which might have come from the engine. Oh no. Well, Dusk, we got to get out of this thing now. We're going to let go of the controls. We can't turn it off at this stage. We're just going to have to try and move away from here as quickly as we can. We're going to start running to try and get a little bit of distance from this group, but we also want to make sure that we're not, going to screw ourselves in terms of stamina. Let's start taking those shots. We've spotted a brainless zombie. Another good shot. Okay, take out that canine. Nice. Tough zombie time. We've spotted more. Okay, we're gonna have to run back. As long as we can get 2 spaces, I think that's enough time for us to aim. Sure enough, it seems to be an... Oh my... Oh... It would seem that the quiet seaside town, or riverside, or lakeside town of Limpsford is not so empty. Over here at a park, as our heart begins to pound, we see countless dead. We have in our inventory 4 grenades. 4 grenades that we may just have to use. We can try to run, but all our items are down here. At this stage, we might just have to try and survive. And to do that, we're going to begin by running down towards this property. We're going to take out as many as we can outside before the majority makes their way towards us. This is going to be a slugfest. There's no doubt about that. We're going to run out of arrows before long. It's another down. We should be able to take you down before you reach us. Close to. We're going to have to back up and get inside this building now. Okay. We can hear more making their way in. We have a potential way out in the basement that's there, but we're going to try and take some precise shots at the zombies that are trying to make their way to us right now, because they're going to be just that little bit slower. We move to the side here. We should be able to take you down in time, and that we can. Looking at you in the window, I'm going to take a few shots at you and your friend. Okay, now we're starting to have them pile up. At this stage, we're going to have to look at dropping our bow for the time being and fighting those that are closest to us. You know what? We might be able to get one more shot off. Let's see if we can. Who is injured? You're lightly injured, and you're lightly injured. Let's just go until they get close. Alright, you're on us now. At this stage, we're dropping our bow to the ground, slashing at the first one here with a good 1-2, going after the tough zombie, taking out the ones that are more injured first. The firefighter zombie will wait, but we do manage to kick out towards the side as it slashes at us. Okay, we have more on their way. Let's go ahead and grab the bow and try and see if we can catch them at the window. With more noise, more of them will be approaching. We can just get that out in time, and I think the best choice is going for that dog. And sure enough, it seems like that was the right choice at the time. We want a great shot on this one here, if possible, so we'll risk taking damage. We're just gonna have to stand our ground now, as the other ones get closer. So far, so good. Thankfully, that Hulk was at least a good few junctions away from where we are. We've got a trailer park just to the south of us, which is something that we haven't seen yet in game. The thing about Dusk is she's just as dangerous up close. As she fights her way through, we're going to grab that bow of ours and pick up all the arrows in the nearby area. We need to be trying to get our stamina back. All the while, we're going to be activating our quiver to make sure that we store our arrows back in there. We're at 16 arrows in there at this stage, so we do have arrows elsewhere. We'll see if we're missing any from this group. There are some outside, and you know what? So far, we seem to be avoiding the ginormous horde that's across the road, so I'd like to try and continue doing that. What we do need to do is take care of the group that's by our vehicle over here. So let's see if we can't do that. We can't leverage that. Looks like we've got a few down here that we're going to have to take care of first. That's okay. We'll let them come towards us first. Okay. More on their way. Let's make sure we stand up. Okay. Our bow is still in our inventory. That's okay. We'll be taking a little bit of torso encumbrance. We're just going to have to live with it. Okay, nicely done, Dusk. Nicely done. Can we get atop this? No. But there is a window that we can climb through. I wouldn't mind doing that so that we can actually have a look at the area and see what we got going on. Let's wield our bow, when we might be able to get lucky here and take out some of these ones from a distance as they start to make their way towards us. Oh, that was a mistake on my behalf. Okay. It's me accidentally taking the incorrect kind of shot. Step into the rose bush. We just want the arrows. That's all we want. Take the arrows, thank you. Activate that quiver of ours, store them back in there. Okay, hello Rottweiler. Thank you. Another. Alright, we're gonna have to stand up, I think. We've got more coming towards us. Stand our ground for now, Dusk. Let them get a little closer. I really have to stop doing those accidental hits. We've got 6 arrows left. We can maybe take down another 2 zombies with that. I'm gonna go for the dog here. I feel like that's a better choice. Tact. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop this to the ground now. Take out that dog. Take out the other here. We're gonna stand our ground by our bow for now. I have an idea. I have a plan for the large group. We need that smoker to die at a distance, or alternatively, we can go ahead and put on this mask. Okay, we've got it on. We can activate it once it gets closer to us. I think once we activate it, we can't deactivate it though, that's the only issue. Okay, let's get out away from that. We've got more coming for us. We're coughing. We're still okay for now. We don't have our fangs to help us. We're starting to get a bit exhausted. So we really need to get a chance to collect our breath. Come on. Let's take this group out. Our arm's getting injured. We're gonna have to take off this mask. I don't think we can afford to use the time to do it though, that's the only thing. The only issue here. Nearly dead. Okay, we'll take down the nearly dead first, then go for you. We're just gonna have to take the hits for now. Come on. Okay, alright. Take this damn mask off. Our hiking backpack is barely holding in there at this stage. That was really, really dangerous, and it just shows you that, yeah, I should have just used the charge for the gas mask. Would have been a hell of a lot safer for us to do in that instance. We're going to go ahead and use the antiseptic really quickly on our arm. I think we saw a little bit of activity as we start to catch our breath. Our bow is still outside. We have a tough zombie that's made its way in. We still have no stamina at this stage. We do have our fangs back. And our fangs really do help us out. Okay. Wouldn't mind getting back to our bow if we can. We'll pick up the arrow. We need to try and repair our bag as well. before it gets destroyed. So let's grab that bow of ours. We're going to wield it. How many arrows do we have at this stage? We've got 2 left. We're going to go around these bodies really quick, try and pick up what we can. Stop picking up? Yes. Yes, we will stop picking up. We're going to aim over here, thank you. Not over towards a dead body. We're hearing footsteps. Hello? Okay, we're gonna have to drop you yet again. Grab you real quick. Wield you. Just go around the bodies here. Try and see where they might be. Well, this went interesting, didn't it? So, the plan that I have for that big horde, if we have to deal with it, we have a turret. Yes, we have a turret in our bag. We sure do. So we have 8 arrows left at this stage. We need to go inside this house because, for one, we need to catch our breath. Okay, that zombie I think might actually be able to see us. No, it's far enough away. I think we're alright for the time being. We can start to catch our breath. We can stand here. I'm going to go ahead and activate our sewing kit. Our improvised lockpick is completely broken at this stage. Good to know. And yeah, our sewing kit actually doesn't have a huge amount of charge. Great, that's fantastic. So let's get to work on this. We need to get some leather patches. Okay, all right. I don't believe we're going to get leather patches from the sofa. We're going to need to try and get that from clothing, and it's going to have to be clean. Oh boy, okay. We're going to need to get into another home. We'll move up towards this one here. I don't think we've been seen. We can go and close. There are no curtains on that one, that's okay. And let's just start crawling, or rather crouching at the stage, just so that we're going to be that little bit quieter. And they're going to have a harder time finding us. Okay, nothing in these ones. Ah, there we go, fantastic. So we've got dress shoes, we've got a purse that's also leather, and we've got some lycra there, should we need it. So let's just have a look for things that are leather, because we're going to go ahead and cut them up. Red leather jacket. Okay, nice. Probably worth us keeping a sleeping bag, honestly. Yeah, because then we can just sleep in our car and be relatively comfortable. So we are going to need light, I think, to butcher these things. So let's see. Where is that brainless zombie? I think he's quite far away. Yeah, he's all the way over there. We're okay. So let's drop all of these onto the ground for the time being. And we are going to get cutting. There we go. Quite a few patches. Enough, I would hope, for us to be able to do some repairing. We're probably going to need some more thread, I think, to be able to do all of it. So we'll try and do it until reinforced. And sure enough, yeah, we actually managed to achieve that. And I think we might have a little bit more left. 2 charges left. Well, let's see if we can repair our army pants. No, we need some rags. Rags are a lot easier for us to get. All we need to do is just grab something from here. That's going to give us lycra. You're going to give us some cloth and some plastic, so that's okay. Alright, let's head on over here. Drop them on the ground. The slippers, the messenger bag, and we will get slicing and dicing. Onto that sewing kit, we'll see if we can do some repairing. And then we're probably going to have to try and... ran out of charges, okay, but yeah, we didn't get all that far at all. So we're going to need to pick up one of those rags, and we're going to need to see if we can disassemble it. It's going to take us probably about an hour to do that. It's a very slow process, which is quite unfortunate. Disassemble. Alright, no, maybe that isn't the case. We'll see if we can go ahead and just cut up one of those. Yeah, it's going to take an hour for us to be able to do that. Here's a better idea. We're going to have to... We're still crouching, which is good. We're going to go over here, we're going to grab this long string. We know how this works. Let's make our way down. We can see quite a few to the east. We're in moderate pain, so let's take some aspirin, have the oatmeal, and we are going to disassemble this long string. Yes, we are. Then we're going to take the short strings that are on the ground, and we're going to disassemble all of those to be able to get exactly what we need. So it does take a little bit of time for us to do, but all up it's not going to take as much time. And plus we can kind of see what's going on around us a little bit better. It gives us a chance to just say, you know what, no, I don't want to do this. Maybe a slightly good thing that's happening is that you can notice it's slowly starting to get darker. We're going to be able to make use of that. I'm going to try to, at the very least. So let's go ahead and reload that sewing kit of ours. I'm going to go ahead and change it so that the sewing kit is now on A, so that we can just go AA, and then work at repairing and perhaps even reinforcing these here. And sure enough, we can. Brilliant. Don't think we can work on anything else that's here, but we want to make sure that we keep that thread with us because it's an invaluable tool for us to have. The other bits and pieces we probably don't need, the leather patches and all the rest, but for now we've managed to repair our equipment that was damaged. We have 8 arrows, the sun is setting, and right out there is where our vehicle is. And where I think our engine was. That is a big issue for us if the engine is actually gone. I really hope that isn't the case. We were close to the water, close to where I did actually want to, start trying to create a boat. And you know what? As much as I think it's probably best for us to end the episode here so we don't rush things, I really did want to make it to this evac shelter today. And you know what? It's what we're going to do. Does mean that we're going to be spending a little bit more time in danger. But, well, what can you do? I think I will try to stay crawling, just crouched as much as we can. We are no doubt going to encounter some dead. We just want to avoid that major horde, which was to the north. We can make it down here without too much trouble. Yes, there is a few zombies around that corner that are going to come for us. We'll be ready for them. Okay, so we spotted a Rottweiler as well. Okay, there's that Rottweiler. We'll let that get a little bit closer. Nice, one shot there. Okay, let's see if we can start putting you back into our quiver. Good job with the arrows there, Dusk. Okay, definitely sounds like there's something close here. So we'll go ahead and stand up. We can see a friend around the corner. Okay, let's go and just run back, get some distance. Did actually manage to take a strike at us. You are dead, good sir. Alright, we've got 6 arrows at this stage. I don't think we've missed any of these bodies. Can we get you there? No, we can't. So we'll just have to come down towards the side. What is that? Palisade gates. Interesting that there's palisade gates around. I guess it's just outside of this trailer. I don't think someone tried to reinforce it or anything like that, but interesting all the same. Just down to these few arrows. We're going to take down this brainless zombie. Because we can. And we're not going to worry about smashing any of them right now because that's just going to take up time and stamina that we don't necessarily have. Okay. Alright, as long as we can make it down around these buildings, we're going to get away from where the majority of the dead are going to be. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about all of our equipment. We are most certainly going to be coming back for that. I'm just going to start walking at a normal pace now as we make our way around this building. Looks like we've made it away from the bulk of the dead. And we can see a road that's leading out towards this evac shelter. And wow, this evac shelter does not seem to be faring all that well. There is writing all across the walls. It is an inscription. This is a simple spray paint graphic of a forest made of bones. This is a surprisingly artistic drawing of a penis. I'm gonna kill you. Wilhelmina? Okay. Mom. Right, what else do we have inscribed across this building? Okay. A beautifully drawn graffiti tag on the wall here. Okay. Well, it seemed like this place hasn't stood. They're hiding the truth. not much remaining here. A newspaper page is found on the floor. Violent outbreaks caused by drug contamination. Reports of riots being a social media effect were disputed today by NSA spokesperson Colonel Sean Singer. These are isolated incidents. There's no evidence of any social media articles that are causing them here or abroad. The violence is random and senseless. We're currently investigating a promising theory that a malicious contamination effect of the street drug methotrexazole, known as Forbidden City, is responsible. Whatever the cause, the National Guard has these riots very well contained. Interesting. Got an emergency jacket in here and a protein ration. Huge amount of calories for it, for what the weight is, but yeah, it's not that enjoying, and it's yeah, super dehydrating is the word I was trying to get there. What else do we have? Hilaria and I heart rambunctious Rick. I'm sure you do. Let's see. That leads up onto the roof. Well, let's see if we can bash this thing open and climb up there, just so we can get a little bit more sight. There's a solar panel up here, which I think was originally powering the terminal in the area. And wow, yeah, just climbing up a tiny bit there gives us so much more to see. Out here in this lake, we can see an island. Okay, all right, and another little island. But what is on the island, though? I'm intrigued by... Yeah. Interesting. But this is effectively where we need to try and launch from. We have an anthill here, and up this direction we have another hazardous waste sarcophagus. There is another evac shelter to the north here, just south of Castle Hill. But yeah, Limpsford, you got some stuff going on. This park is absolutely filled to the brim with dead. Our electric car is not looking so good, and we need to hope that Limpsford either has another electric vehicle or, well, we, yeah. It contains forest honey. I accidentally put honey in here. We drink the forest honey. My bad. Pour it into a container, plastic bottle. Okay, thank you. We're gonna get our honey out of there. God, this game sometimes. Dear. Okay, we got a gallon jug of cheap wine. Okay, nice. Let's check the basement of this place and just see what's kind of going on. It's been a while since I've been to an... Yeah, that's a soldier ant. We're going to try to avoid that if we can. We don't need to piss that off. It seems to be minding its own business. A giant ant, that is. We've got 2 bathrooms down here. An evacuation pamphlet. Welcome to your emergency shelter. We hope your stay here will be short and comfortable. Provided are an emergency blanket, high visibility jacket, gas mask, and food, water for 1 day. As well as an emergency lighter, flashlight. There are further supplies in the communal cabinets, should the facility be over its intended capacity. These resources are checked and updated by FEMA on a regular basis, but if you find some items missing, please contact a FEMA supervisor at your earliest convenience. Please wait in the shelter until an official evacuation transport arrives to take you to your homes, or in the event of a major disaster, to the nearest evacuation gathering point. In the event that you have been evacuated under violent circumstances, FEMA recommends taking cover in the shelter's basement until help arrives. Remember, if you leave the shelter, we cannot find you or take you to safety. Same deal here. And we have, yeah. We're going to grab the scrub brush so we can make a washing kit one day. But yes, we have blood in the sink here. We actually have a first aid kit, which I'm gonna take. We're gonna try and take that back to our vehicle one day, if and when we can get that thing running. But for now, well, we're kind of stuck in this place for the time. We have our destination all the way across here in Stewartstown. There is a small chance that some of the roads do connect here, and we'd be able to make our way down there in our vehicle, but at this stage I still feel like a boat might be our best chance. It'll take us a little while to construct, but it will give us the freedom to move around on this, what seems to be rather large body of water. I think it is a lake. It's definitely it does say lake. It says lake rather than sea or anything like that. Yes, this is a lake. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Cataclysm, for informing me of that. Oh, car, how badly we treated you. Thank you for joining me for another episode with Dusk. This was an intense one and a relatively long one at that. If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving a like or a comment to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.